Yo, it's Is the Real Truth. We out here, Hot Mic Series, Charleston, South Carolina at the CR Record Pool event. It's the I Say podcast along with the Gym Complex, and we sitting down today with a special guest. Introduce yourself to the people.
Lecz Luther.
Lecz Luther.
Yes.
All right, now, I've heard of Lecz Luther. Now I got Lecz Luther, right?
Right, Lecz Luther.
Talk to me about your name. Where you come up with that at?
When I first started getting into rap, there was a producer that I worked with, and he loved not Marvel, DC Comics, and so I just was kind of, feeling him a little bit. So I was like, what could I do that would kind of fit into his realm of superheroism? Okay. And so I, kind of came up with Lecz Luther.
Lecz Luther. So it started from an interest, I would say. Okay. Did the interest at least turn out good?
It was good for the summer of 2018.
All right, for sure. Yeah. So tell us, where you from?
Right now I live in Charlotte, but I've lived in other parts of the country, New York, Raleigh, but now I'm in Charlotte. Okay.
So what got you into rap?
What got me into rap was just having a collection of experiences where I didn't have a way to express myself. And so, I met that producer, and it just opened up a world for me where I could talk about having, domestic violence orders against boyfriends or kids in prison or, black people stuff.
Right. Yeah. So I was looking forward to this interview. I'm going to tell you why. So Paul sent me the people he wanted me to interview and the music ahead of time. Right. And I kept seeing them promoting your song. Uh-huh. And I'm all about when I see people going outside of the boundary. Right. You got to talk to me about the song I heard where you just hit the opera and I don't know if it was like the ad-lib or the bridge. What was in your mind when you was like, you know what, I'm about to go for this? So there's this... First off, I'm a classical musician. Went to Manhattan School of Music, worked at Juilliard. So that's kind of my point of entry. And so I have a wealth, just a healthy wealth of knowledge of the repertoire. And so, of course, everyone's heard of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. And one of his pieces is called the Zauberflaute, the magic flute. And there's this big opera known as the Queen of the Night. So in the song, I actually say, I'm the Queen of the Night. In the daylight, I sparkle and shine. Alkaline to keep it so high. Because it's a very, very high solo. That's it. Okay. I like being able to find ways to be me and to be ratchet, but without, forsaking where I came from, because that is where I came from. So just trying, you know what, I'm a single mom trying to make things work. So I pull out whatever I can pull out. And then I pimp it. So in that moment when you did it, what was the reaction in the studio? From the engineer, and if anybody else was in there, was it okay, this different? Or is it hey, this shit might be some shit for real? It was an engineer producer that I'd worked with before, Major Green, who is out of Raleigh. And so he's used to my kind of niched approach. So I don't think it really surprises him at all. Okay. Yeah. So when you look at your style, right, versus all the music that you're kind of hearing today, what would you say differentiates you? I'm not in bondage to what the trends say. I come up, I maybe might hear a beat that I love, or I have something that I express, and I'm not so wedded to what people think. In fact, I don't care, because I know what I need to say needs to be heard. I need to hear it, and that there are people on the earth that want to hear what I have to say. I'm not trying to fit a mold, because when you try to do that, you're not going to make anybody happy, and you're going to be miserable. So I like my space. It is different. It is unique, but it works for me, and I can be consistent to it, as opposed to having to be somebody that I can't be consistent to. Right. And I just I don't want to do that. Well, that was a great explanation, especially talking about you with the Juilliard. So, yeah. It's pretty cool working there. So if you're looking at it, and based upon what you were saying about, hey, I need to hear this, whether you want to hear it or not, is it safe to say that you kind of look at music as therapeutic as well?
I mean, it's definitely therapeutic, but in it's being therapeutic, it's also so stressful because even though I'm not trying to fit into what anybody else wants, there are constraints. There's time. There's money. There's that overwhelming feeling of I just got to get this song done, and just that stress of that. So I mean, really, realistically, even if you live the most adjusted life, there's always stress. Yeah, stress is good.
Yeah, for sure. So what's your goal? Like, do you want to sign with a label, or you intend on kind of doing the independent route, or what's your thought process?
I'm an indie chick because I'm anti-system. I don't fit. I've tried, it doesn't work. I would like to be able to live off of what I do as a performer. I dance, I write, I sing, I spit, I play violin. So I want to find a way to put all of that together to create a space that represents me, where I can be like myself.
I like that. Nothing better than being unapologetically you.
Right, but listen, I'm also about being excellent. I can't be raggedy. Yeah. Like I'm not going to be raggedy. So yes, I'm different, and you may not hear it anywhere else. But can I cuss?
Absolutely.
My shit's not gonna be raggedy. I'm just not doing raggedy shit. I'm sorry. All my shit is like on point. Yeah. Because as a consumer of music, of food, of relationships, I want quality, and I want to know that you've been committed to what you were doing, and I deliver the same.
Hey, another gem. I like it. So, where can the people go and find your music at?
I'm streaming all over, and also I'm on Instagram at Lecz Luther, Leccz Luther. I have a kind of it's kind of sad. I have a YouTube channel that I've not cared for, but hopefully during the summer I can spend some time with it. So
okay, well definitely. Now, last question before we get out of here.
And I have a statement after your last question.
That's gonna be great. I
can't
ready? Wait for your statement. Absolutely. Okay. So before we get out, like, what song would you tell people to go start with to try and get in contact with what kind of music you have? What's the first one you would tell them to go listen to?
There's a song that I did 2 summers ago called Unrequited Love featuring Gowdy Biggs. And it just, he's a great artist. I like the song because I really kind of describe the space where I am when I'm creating, and it's ethereal, it's special, it's supernatural, and so it would probably be that song.
Sounds good. Well, hey, definitely go check it.
Now I have a statement.
Oh yeah, I want to go close it out. I was going to let you get your statement.
I don't want to be forgotten.
No, we ain't going to forget you. But before we get out of here, we're going to let Lexi close us out with a statement. Give it to us.
The statement is, I want to thank you all so much for inviting me to be here. Your vibe is dope. And,
Appreciate
you refer to my being a little different. And there have been times in the industry, and I've been in the industry for like almost 4 years, where I was not even like noticed because I was different. And that's kind of crazy because that's like the antithesis of hip-hop and what it should be.
Right.
But I just want to thank you guys for being tight, for having stuff together, to working with your team, and for having me here, and for not looking at me like, kind of crazy.
Nah, definitely not. Like I told you at the beginning.
And Victoria helped me. I had an outfit issue, a Janet issue, kind of, but on the backside, and she helped me. So.
Hey. Teamwork, that's what it's all about.
That's right.
But we appreciate you as well for sitting down with us, giving us a dope interview.
Thank you.
And anything that we can do in the future to support you, best believe we will do it.
Thank you so much.
Nothing but blessings to you. Thanks again.
Thank you.